What's going on, everybody? Ladies, gentlemen, this is Made Different, the show that puts a diverse spin on memes and dating, relationships, and all the above. So, it's been a minute. I know I was supposed to have an episode up on Tuesday, but I mean, some of you know I am in school right now. So there was it was like a 10-page paper I had to write. I hate writing papers. So anyway, regardless of that, I'm here now because I wanted to really touch on this subject because a lot of people don't know what the hell they doing when it comes to dating. So I posted a meme up the other day, and besides being funny, it got me really thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was really thinking about what it meant. So the meme said, if we talk, you not single. We in a pending relationship, I don't care. And that really made me think. If we talking, I ain't single. What kind of bullshit is that? See, that's what the problem is with these memes. They're out here, they'll lead you astray. So this episode is, are you single, or are you single, or are you trying to teach your ex a lesson single? What type of single are you? What is happening these days with being single? I mean, we got to talk about it. So, being single means, there's so many different levels to being single. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous because there's all these different situations you could be in by being single. So single is basically just being free of a relationship. That at its most basic definition, you're free of a relationship. But that's it. You know, all the light gray areas in between being single don't get discussed a lot. And they really do need to be discussed because a lot of people get these things confused. Like, I was just talking to somebody, like, I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. And, you know, we was talking, whatever. Never met the girl, you know what I'm saying? Never met her. She flips out on me. You know what I'm saying? Flips out. You ain't shit. You talking to all these girls. We just talking. Like, I've never met her before. And she flipped out, like started just messaging random women on my page and, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, message my kid's mom. Like, yo, what are you doing, fam? Like, yo, never met before. And I'm thinking, we just talking. Like, I never hid anything. I never said that I was in a relationship. I never said that, hey, I'm in this commitment. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just talking. I'm getting to know you. Like, why would I not? And I've never met you. Why would I not talk to anybody? I've never met you. I mean, I'm still kind of baffled at what the fuck happened. I have no idea what happened. So being single, that's being single. That was me basically going through a textationship, a singulationship, and it was like a relationship almost. I mean, but I was still single, you know? So being single, oh my God, it just carries too much meaning to different people these days. So basically being single is new for 2020, okay? So we got to define all the levels of being single. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't define the levels of being single, how will we ever know? And I think people are getting things confused because that young lady who went crazy clearly had some things that she was confused on, you know? So I'm here to clear up all the confusion. MD's going to clear up all the confusion. All right? So we're going to get it straight today. And actually, I got a few definitions handy, just so we can go through the levels, and we're going to talk about each one. First thing, talking, okay? We're going to define these stages. Talking. Talking means we've exchanged numbers. We do things on a friend level. Maybe, if we like, maybe if we like each other, we had sex. Maybe, or at least, we kissed or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of feeling each other out, feeling our way through, and we're starting to develop interest in one another. That's what talking is to me. And that's what I feel like. I mean, the word is talking. You're talking to somebody. Now, I know people will say, well, we talking, so this is implied that, no, there is no implied. Don't imply, especially in relationships. That's the problem. Relationships and dating, there's no communication. Don't take what you think somebody meant and then run with it. Never discuss it, anything. You know what I'm saying? Get clarity. Because you be out here looking crazy. Get clarity, because talking is just talking. Talking is just talking. I get your number. I might meet you at the, Walmart parking lot or something. I don't know. Get your number. We rap for a minute. Text back and forth some. We call some. We talking. I'm getting to know you. I'm feeling you out. Trying to see what's behind the mask. All that. That's what talking is. You take talking as time to develop, put things out there, put feelers out there, see what your game is about, you don't want to be talking and, the shit dry, so, you ain't, but they might look good, so you halfway talking to them. Talking is talking, Now, regardless of how much you talking is just speaking, and then you may see each other every now and again. If you decide to get together, maybe meet at the Walmart parking lot again, who knows where you might meet. But you just go out there and you still are out there and not single. You're not single. I'm sorry. You are single. You're not in a relationship at all. A relationship is not even in the picture right now. You just met. You don't owe undying devotion to somebody you just met. What do you need to say, well, if I talk to this one person, I'm just focusing on them? That's psycho shit, man. Don't do that. It's just not good. It's not healthy. And then depending on how much you focusing on them, now I see if you meet somebody and then you've been speaking for a while, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, I'm going to start cutting people back. Which makes sense. That makes logical sense. But people be trying to go through the gate and just, we talking, I ain't talking to nobody else. You don't even know if you like them. You don't know if you like them or not. And that's the problem. People just be, I like them, but you just infatuated with whatever that person's either image or, your attraction, but that don't mean you like them. People really be tossing that word, I like you, around a lot. Like, you don't even know if you like me. You know what I'm saying? You like what you met so far, but you don't know if you like me. I don't know if I like you. You know what I'm saying? You might meet renege in spades. I don't like you. You know what I'm saying? You might talk a lot during movies we both never seen and ask me all kinds of ridiculous questions. I don't know if I like you or not. You might take too many ridiculous selfies and put duck lips in them. I don't know if I like you. There's all kinds of reasons why I might not like you. So I gotta talk to you first. Gotta see what's up. Next level, dating. This is the next step up. We're spending more time together, going out, hanging, doing things, being active, still friends, dating, but we're still friends, but I have access to you in the physical. You know what I'm saying? We're around each other. Your energy's around my energy. I can see how you dress, see if you walk funny. I don't know, whatever. You talk funny, in person, see if you're clumsy. Because, Lord knows I'm clumsy. You know what I'm saying? So you want to see that firsthand. I'm going to try to be smooth, though. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to do all the things a gentleman would do. I'm like James Bond with it in my mind. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not I'm not always that smooth. That shit sometimes, I'll be the one trying to do the smooth shit and it'll really fuck up, you know what I'm saying? Where it won't be smooth at all. Like, I'll smooth stroll or something and then hit a crack and stumble, you know what I'm saying? I don't mind sharing it with y'all because y'all ain't gonna tell nobody anyway. So dating, you still friends, but you're allowed to talk to other people. You're dating, but you still have not pledged your allegiance to this person yet. Dating. You don't own them. They don't own you. You are really, this is like how the foundation develops, because people just skip steps. They skip steps these days. That's how they don't have no foundation. They skipping over steps when they need to let it flow through. The successful folks normally have engaged in all these stages at some point. I'm gonna school you. I'm gonna learn you, all right? Dating, still friends, but you're active together. You're learning how to be around each other. Do you even like being around each other? Yeah, we talk on the phone good. In your presence, am I comfortable? You know, you still don't want to pledge your allegiance to this person yet. Like if somebody asks you for your number, now I'm talking to somebody. I mean, you don't necessarily have to do that. Until maybe, down the road when we get to the next stages. All right? It's a gradual development. It's a gradual development. You don't even want to go through that. Gradual development. So while we dating, I'm hitting you with some of my best smooth stuff, you know what I'm saying? Looking good. I'm coming out fresh. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, have a haircut every time, if possible, or I wear like a dope hat. You know what I'm saying? My beard's gonna be right though. The beard gonna be sitting right. You know what I mean? And so we getting there. We dating still, not in a relationship. The next thing, which, like I said, it phases out. You start phasing people out, especially when you start spending more time, and you know what I mean? It's just natural to start phasing people out. Like, you don't even want, that's when you don't want to talk to anybody else, because you've taken time to establish yourself with this person enough to know, look, we're going to start cutting people back. You still should be discussed, though. I feel like it should be discussed. Because if it's not discussed, how you gonna know when the right time is? Or, at least toss the idea, I'm not talking to anybody else, or you, or when do you plan on not talking to anybody else? And then I can make up any lie. No, I'm just joking. But you gotta keep it real. Please, in honesty, especially with these situations these days, honesty, please, just use it. Especially in the beginning. Because what's the need of lying and doing all this crap in the beginning? Because obviously at that point, they're going to start lying and being deceitful when you get in a relationship. If they're doing it before the relationship, it's going to happen after that. All right? So, you get to some point, be honest with each other. Be honest with yourself. You ready to do this? Okay, cool. Now we ain't seeing nobody else. Still dating though. Still dating. Here's my thing about commitments. If somewhere down the line you don't see that you could possibly end up being with this person forever, or for an extended period of time, then you don't need to be in a relationship. Don't do the relationship until you know the commitment, especially at least at this stage that I'm in. I'm in the stage where I'm not just dating, I'm not just in a relationship just finding out, and testing it out and all that. No, if I'm in a relationship, that means we there. You know what I'm saying? That means that we in sync the way I feel like we should be in sync. That means that I trust you to have my back, and I got your back. You know what I'm saying? At that point, we are teammates, we partners, you know what I'm saying? You my girl, 50 grand, you know what I'm saying? So, that's it. Don't, maybe trying to be all, no. When we together, that means we are connected, you know what I'm saying? On a deeper level. We trying to progress to like marriage level. There's no need to be in a relationship otherwise. All right, so, and then once you date exclusively, boom, you're there at the relationship level. There's no need to lie to yourself and just get in petty relationships just to end up breaking up. No, you got to be sure you want to try it. You know what I mean? Be sure that person, you develop something that you say, hey, I want this to go far. All right? So that's being regular single. Okay? Teaching your ex a lesson single. Teaching your ex a lesson single. We already know. These people are fake single. They're not single. They say they're single because they mad. They say they single because they in their feelings, because they do, at least from my side, and it could be the same for women too. They other person been out there cheating, or they been talking to somebody else. They got pissed off, got into a fight. Forget you, it's over. Then you meet them, they hurt. In the back of their mind, they thinking, man, fuck this nigga. You know what I mean? He doing what he doing. I'm gonna do what I'm doing. I ain't worried about him. There's somebody better out here. I can treat back and give all my goodness to this person, this new person. So they meet you. I've been in this situation plenty of times. In my younger days, so I know what to look out for. Shit, in some of my older days, that's why look, and not to veer off, but my first question is always, how long have you been single? Every time. How long have you been single? Because you don't want to be with somebody who's been single 3 weeks, a month. If they've been single 3 weeks or a month, they ain't over that person, especially depending on how long their relationship was. Because if it wasn't a real relationship, they probably wouldn't even have brought it up. So ain't nobody single a month, 3 months, and they ain't talking about they really into you. Because that's just not possible. They ain't healed yet. They still got the other person's musk on them. A male musk. They still got the musk on them. And so that's what I'm telling you. Like, you gotta ask the right questions. Fellas, ladies too, ask dudes how long you been single. I'm looking for about 5 to 6 months. That's when I'm comfortable. You know what I'm saying? 3 months, I mean, if you extra fine, I might push the envelope a little bit. I might push the threshold. But I'm looking 5 to 6 months. You know what I mean? At least you kind of had a little time, to hoe out or do whatever, and then now you might be ready to settle. Because this is what happens. They hit you, then they'll tell you, yeah, I've been single, month, whatever. And you start talking to them. So instead of the time that they was putting in their ex, now they putting their time in you because they got time for you. They need that void filled. They seem like they're the best person ever. You know what I mean? They got time for you. They hitting you with all the smooth shit. They hitting you with, I never felt like this before. And you know what I'm saying? Like, just all, anything you want to hear. You know what I mean? Damn, you sexy. They just hitting you with all the best game. They got all the best game at that point. Rope you right in. You might even smash some. Here's what happens, because this happened before. They'll hook you in. Now you're like, damn, this girl's great. You know what I mean? I'm having the best time. She's mad fun. She's just spontaneous. We out here doing it. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, they disappear. You're like, what the fuck happened? They disappear on you. Either they disappear on you, or they get you to call like, look, I can't do this no more. You know what I mean? Or what'll happen is they'll just start slowly fading back. Like, you don't hear from them. When you talk to them, the messages be mad short. They hitting you with the one word, like, yeah, home. There is no return question. There is no playful banter. Like, it's over. You know what I mean? And that's how you know, like, the ex done called back, probably done pitched a little sweet game of his own or her own, And now they back in the door. You know what I'm saying? They right back in where they left off. People out here fake single. You know what I'm saying? Right where they left off. And who's stuck? Who's stuck? Now you done develop feelings for this person. Whole time you was just a placeholder. You know what I mean? You were just there because you were filling a void. Emotional, physical void, whatever the void is, you filled it for a temporary period, and then she got rid of you. He got rid of you because the ex, decides they want to try it again, knowing damn well that the ex gonna fuck up again. But it don't matter. They going back. So are they really single? No, they're not single because they're still attached. They're still attached to this idea of the relationship. They're not single. Those people aren't single. They still are in relationship mode, but not in a relationship. So they looking for something to, let me get something to cling to real quick. And here's this person, and I need somebody, and I just wanna be loved too, and here you go. And then you get roped into some foolishness, all because their self-esteem is fucked up. Now you over here looking stupid. You know what I mean? So these people, they're not right. They're not cheating, but they're definitely not available mentally, spiritually. They might even still be talking to their ex. They fussing, trying to get loose. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get loose. They trying to get untangled from all the situations that their ex brought. And what happened? They can't get loose. But here you come along, providing things they need, but still the ex is still in their ear. Buzz. They still buzzing right in their ear. Buzz. Still going. Thinking to themselves, I really wish I could get them back so I could fuck their head up some more. Because see, they can tell. They can feel when the connection is dissipating. You're like, damn, you know what? And it'll just hit you, because I've had that happen too. I've been on both sides of it. Oh shit, you know what? Let me call what's her name and see if I can get her back. Shit. I thought this chick over here was into me, but she wasn't, so I had to try to get my girl back. Yo, I've been there so many times, yo. I'm trying to tell you, man. I've been in all kinds of... I probably have seen every relationship scenario you possibly could think of. I don't think there's anything I haven't seen. So, yeah. And I've been the participant or the observer. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Because that's what happens, too, when you know what I mean? You get in a situation... and you breaking up with shorty, because next thing you know, let's say, especially the spring break, where it's, cuffing season's ending, and, the weather's changing, and all of a sudden, the girls start, it's getting warm outside. They start dressing less, or, more revealing. They start dressing more revealing. They start, flirting a little more. Everybody's energy is up because the weather's breaking. You know what I'm saying? The music's playing. Everybody's coming out with their best songs. You know what I'm saying? I might even drop something in just because. And so it's like, wow. All these women I'm missing out on. I've been stuck in the house with this chick for like 3-4 months. I don't need to be in no relationship right now. They on me. They on me right now. You get out there, yeah, they be on you for like a week or two, and then that shit be... As soon as the initial, the initial energy of the season change starts to fade away, those chicks' thoughts of you start to fade away. So... I'm just letting you know, it's not worth it. So then that's how it happens. So then you're like, man, let me call this girl because she was doing me right. I shouldn't have did her like that. Let me call her back. You call her back, and that's when you're trying to get it back. You on your best game trying to get her back, and she's over there talking to so and so, and while she's talking to so and so, he thinking he's in there. Little do he know, you still got a little tug left. You might even convince her to come back a time or two. Because I know I done convinced a few to come back. When they come back, they cut off whoever they was talking to that's filling the void. I've also been that guy too. So they're using guys as placeholders, and it's not good. It's not good. I don't know if I honestly, and I'd really be curious to know if it happens on the flip, because I don't recall using any women as placeholders. Like, you know what I mean? I just don't think that I ever did that. I've always been the guy who's trying to, get the woman back. I don't think I've ever done it on the reverse. Nope, and I don't think I have. I'm, filling void. Well, you know what? No, I can't even say that. I probably could say I've been filling voids too before. And it's not healthy. So filling voids is not healthy, and then you really end up hurting other people in the process. You know what I'm saying? It's messy. It's real messy. We're trying to keep it as smooth as possible. Just try to keep it just as easy going as possible. But that's the thing with these days. You know what I mean? You singles? Are you single? Still trying to teach your ex a lesson single? Which single are you? So let's try to communicate more. Let's try to define these relationships before we leave people on the battlefield dead, messed up from decisions that we made by being careless of somebody else's feelings. Now, I know you might be thinking, man, this sounds soft, but real talk, man, we got to start taking responsibility for how we treat each other. You know what I mean? And that's why, I end up wanting to do the podcast, because I've been through some of these situations that, we can help each other through. Like, if maybe people needed brought to their attention that these things are going on, or that they're doing it. And people may not even realize it. So, because when you're caught up in these situations, sometimes things just happen. So look, tune in this Friday. That's right, this Friday. I'm going to have my next episode up. I'm going to talk about bluffing, okay? This should be interesting. You don't want to miss it. I'm going to talk about bluffing, because bluffing is ridiculous. It's getting out of hand these days. You know what I mean? I'm going to address all the issues of bluffing and what comes from it, and we're just going to get into it. It's going to be a fun time, but also informative. We really got to get this together, break it down. All right? Bluffing, Friday. Don't want to miss it. Please, please, please share, subscribe to the podcast on anything. Apple Podcasts, Google, wherever you get your podcasts. Go ahead and subscribe to it. The Made Different Podcast. I appreciate each and every one of you listening. If you get anything or take anything away, or maybe even if you don't agree, shoot me an email. You can find me on Made Different on Facebook or Instagram, the Made Different Podcast, wherever. Email me, comment on a post, say anything. If there's any topics you want me to go over from a guy's point of view, message me. Let me know. I'll talk about whatever. Don't even matter. I'm going to keep these topics flowing just because it's so important to get this discussion out there. Get it out there. It's something we all can agree on. Pick up something, or, at least if we don't like it, we'll discuss that too. You know what I mean? And soon I might have actually a couple guest stars on here, so it should be more diverse thought process instead of my crazy ass. All right? So I appreciate you again tuning in, and I'm going to see you Friday. Peace.